Hey, what's up, guys? Well, going through my YouTube feed, came across a video uploaded by Fancy Combat. It's titled Floyd Mayweather, and then in quotes it says, "I'll go after Connor." End quote. Vows not to fight his defensive style. I think the rest of it is uh, fans are accustomed to. It's basically an interview Floyd did with Stephen A, which I'm sure, without a doubt, aired on ESPN. Okay, now I'm sitting watching the interview. Interview is going fine, no big complaints, no big problems, whatever. And I guess around the 6 minute and 32-second mark, which is right near the end of the upload, Stephen A asks, do you think he meant everything that he said about you? Or did it bother you? Something like that. And Floyd's response was, I didn't like him calling us monkeys. And Stephen A is like, oh, he said that. I didn't hear that. I knew he said boy, but I didn't hear that. And then Floyd's like, yeah. And Stephen A, he didn't ask when it was said, as we should have asked. And so then, Mayweather, he's playing up the racial angle, and man, once again, I'm having to do a video saying how I do not like this shit. Um, you know, it is gonna potentially ruin the fun of the fight. You know, this is a fun fantasy matchup, and it is going to, if not already, turn into some serious social issue, them versus us, all this kind of shit. You know, I'm guessing and thinking that he is referring to the clip from Jimmy Kimmel when Connor was talking about the Rocky movies and he said dancing monkeys. I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about something that was whispered to them face to face when he was on stage with them and all this and that. But what Floyd has done on a in a major interview, which will be on the biggest sports network, is make the claim that Conor McGregor used racist language and called him and or his team monkeys. Maybe to where we could not hear. That's the way it's coming off. He didn't say he heard him talking about the Rocky movie like that. He just said that he called us monkeys. You know, and people are gonna take that shit and even though he could be referring to the Jimmy Kimmel interview in which Connor said that shit, people are gonna think that, oh man, maybe Connor, said that to Floyd and his team on stage or whatever, in person, face to face, taking that shit and running with it, man. And make Connor out to be a racist, make this event to be, black versus white and all this and that, man. Man, I'm telling you, man. I am not trying to you know I'm not putting up with that shit, man. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not feeling it. I want to enjoy a sporting event, man. I am not this is not the place for a social issue for me. You know, it's not. So, with this statement and this particular interview, Floyd has possibly, played up this racial angle, taking this shit to the next level, man. And everybody see this shit, word gonna be passed. It's basically gonna make Conor out to be a racist. It's gonna be the headline from the interview. It's gonna be black versus white, them versus us, all this kind of shit, man. And I was not wanting this fight, for these reasons, for this kind of shit, man. So, I just had to comment, man. Come on and say that, you know, uh, great way to, take away from the fun of the event, man.